Tia. I'm back for another video this week. And if you couldn't tell from the title of the video or Badlands written on my shirt, today I'm doing my Halsey review. So last week I went to the Halsey concert in Phoenix at the Comerica Theater, and just a quick warning, this video is probably going to be really long because I haven't talked to anyone about this concert really at all, so I got lots to say. So if you want to hear about Badlands Final Installment Tour and how the show was in Phoenix and how the meet and greet went and everything, keep watching. So I am from Beaver, Utah, which is in southern Utah for any of you that don't know where that is. And I decided when Halsey put her tickets on sale for her final installment that I was going to drive to Phoenix and go see her in Phoenix. This was my third time going to a concert in Phoenix. I went there the first time for the Where We Are tour, One Direction and 5 Seconds of Summer. And then I went to the Rock Out With Your Socks Out show in Phoenix. That was right before the Forum shows. So I decided I was going to go see Halsey there because I had never seen Halsey live before. I love her. I love her music. I love everything that she stands for. I love that she wants you to be yourself and that she's so accepting and she sticks up for, everyone. So Halsey has only been to Utah one time, and that was when she was opening for Imagine Dragons. And I am not a huge Imagine Dragons fan, so I did not go to that concert. So I've never really had the chance to see Halsey live before just because she's never come here before. And I love Phoenix. I love visiting Phoenix, so I decided that I was going to drive there. But Phoenix is about 8.5 hours from where I live, so I did have quite a long commute. So I'm just going to tell you about my experience and my drive and my travel. The concert was on Tuesday, so I left Beaver on Monday and I drove pretty much all day to Phoenix. I checked into my hotel. I stayed at the America's Best Value Inn in downtown Phoenix, which was about 2 blocks away from where the venue was. When I got there, I went shopping, kind of looked around the town and everything because I've never really been in downtown Phoenix before. The first 2 times that I went to Phoenix, I just drove to the concert, went to the concert, and drove home. So I was driving all night. So this time I actually got to stay. So like I said, I went to the mall. I walked around the city a little bit so that I could see Phoenix and everything. And then on Tuesday, I had my concert. So I walked to the venue. It was at the Comerica Theater, which is right in downtown Phoenix. It's a bigger venue, but it's not huge, and it was really nice. I had never been there before. It was an indoor venue, which was nice because it was like 111 degrees in Phoenix. But I got there around 3:15 and got in line and waited in line. I had lilac tier for Camp Badlands, and for any of you that don't know, for this final installment, Camp Badlands had 3 different tiers. So the bottom tier was blue tier, which you got the merch that came with Camp Badlands, and that's what you got for blue tier. And then red tier, you got all of the merch, plus you got to be involved in the live Q&A. You got to watch the live Q&A and submit questions for that. And then the top tier was the lilac tier, which included everything in red and blue tier, plus you got a meet and greet. And to my knowledge, the lilac tier was limited to about 30 people. And then after that, they upgraded random people that were waiting in line from blue and red tier. So I think overall, when I looked at my picture, there was about 40 meet and greets. So 40 people from Phoenix got to meet Halsey. But yeah, so I got there and they checked in the lilac tier first, which was around 4 o'clock, and they gave us all of our merch, which I will show you later after I'm done talking about my experience. And then they moved us to another line where we waited to go into the venue. They took us into the venue about 5 o'clock, and then they took us down and we waited for Halsey to be ready for our meet and greet, which I want to say happened around 6. They started letting people in. So they took our pictures with a professional photographer. We weren't allowed to take in anything to sign. We weren't allowed to take pictures on our phones or anything like that. Everything was done professionally. So they had us lined up, and then they took people in one by one, and they took our pictures with her. So when it was my turn, I went in, and she was so nice, like so nice, and she's so cute, so sweet. But she gave me a hug, and she told me that she liked my hair and that it was pretty and shiny. And she was like, every time I see you guys with blue hair, I always want to dye mine again. But she's like, my hair can't take it. It's just dying. So I was like, well, I feel you, girl. Like, I feel you. Because before, for any of you that don't know, before I had my blue hair, it was blonde. And before it was blonde, it was black. So my hair was pretty damaged because of all the bleach and everything that I had to use in it. So I told her that. And she's like, well, you can't even tell, your hair's so shiny. So we kind of just talked about my hair, and I was like, well, girl, you got to try this coconut oil because coconut oil is my best friend. But she just told me that my hair is pretty and that it was shiny. And then we took our picture. So here is our picture. I'm super happy with it. A lot of the times when they're professional pictures or I get pictures taken with bands, I'm like, wow, I look like crap. I just met one of my idols and I look like crap. But this is our picture. I love it. She was so nice. Like, I cannot explain to you how nice she was. And she was so excited, like, to meet everyone. And it was just, she's so cute. She's so nice. After the meet and greet, they took us into the venue. And I had a pit ticket, and I was one of the first people to go in there, so I got barricade. I was front row. I was about 10 feet maybe off from center stage, so I was pretty close. I got some good videos. I filmed the entire Gasoline song, which was the song that she opened with, and I will leave the link right here if you want to go check that out, check that video out. But yeah, so we got our spots and we started the Q&A. And so after they let all the lilac people get their spots, they let in the red tier because they got to come to the Q&A too. And she came out and she's just talking to us, and she had questions in her hand. When they were checking us in, we wrote down our name and a question that we wanted to ask and put it in a box, and she went through all of the questions and chose a stack of them that she wanted. And the Q&A, I want to say, was about 30 minutes long, maybe a little bit longer. So she had a stack of questions, but she only answered as many as she could. I think she ended up answering 4 questions. Honestly, I cannot remember everything that she said to us because she's talking about so many different things, but she's super animated the whole time. So it was kind of cute. One of the girls that got drawn to ask a question had Halsey give her the mic. And she asked a girl that was standing behind me if she'd be her girlfriend, so that was really cute. But the most exciting part for me for the Q&A was that she answered my question. And so the way that she was doing the questions was she would read the name and say, like, where's so-and-so? They would raise their hand, she would say, this is a good question, whatever, like, read the question, and then she'd get the answer. So I'm standing there, and she's like, where's Tia? And I was just like, I was like, did I just imagine that? Like, did I just want her to say my name so bad that I just imagined that she said my name? So I kind of was just like, and like raised my hand, and I was like super nervous because I was like, what if she didn't say my name? And my question was, if you had treasure, where would you bury it? And so she read that question and she answered it, and I was like, holy freaking crap. Out of 4 questions, out of like 200 something people that submitted a question, like, she picked my question. So that was really cool. But yeah, so she told me where she would bury her treasure. She said that she would probably bury it on a beach, because you always see movies and hear like stories about people like finding treasure on a beach, but you never really like see people find treasure on a beach. So she was like, I want to make that come true. So yeah. And then after the Q&A, Unfortunately, Bad Sons didn't get to open, which I was kind of bummed about because I do like some of their songs and I was excited to hear them live, but their singer was sick and so he couldn't sing, so Bad Sons did not perform, so Halsey did not have an opening act. So they bumped her set time up about half an hour earlier, so she went on at 8:30. We ended up standing in the queue, like in the pit, for an hour and a half before she started, which kind of sucked. Like, I was really excited to see Bad Sons, and it always sucks like when there's not an opening band, but that's okay. And then Halsey came on, and her set was absolutely amazing. She was amazing live. Like, her voice is just amazing and her stage presence is just like killer, and I was so close to her and I was front row. And then I went back to my hotel. I drove home on Wednesday and that was that. But I can tell you that spending 10 hours in a car to get from Beaver to Phoenix, and then another 10 hours in the car to get from Phoenix back to Beaver was 100% worth it. And if you ever get the opportunity to see Halsey live or meet her or anything like that, I would 100% recommend it, because honestly, one of the best concerts I've ever been to, and I have been to a ton of concerts, like a ton. And so 100% recommend it. She was amazing. All right, so one last thing before I end this video, I did get some merch. Both I bought some merch and I got some that was included in my Camp Badlands, so I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. Like I said, I was lilac tier for Camp Badlands, so they gave us this little lanyard. It's like a holographic lanyard and it switches, so that's what it looks like on that side, and that's what it looks like on this side. This is the final installment of her Badlands tour, so it does say final installment on that. And then along with the Camp Badlands stuff, I got a passport to Badlands. Inside it has my name, my location, the date of my concert, and then if you flip the page, it talks about Badlands and some survival tips for Badlands. And then it's just got a couple pages where it just talks about Badlands, and then in here it's like a normal passport where you could get a stamp and an autograph. I wish that they would have given us like a stamp when we came in, because that would have been pretty cool. And then in the end, it just shows this picture of Halsey, which she looks gorgeous in this picture. But yeah, so I got that. And then I got this Badlands bandana. So it's just like a bandana and it's got like roses on it. It's blue, whatever. And then in the corner, it just says Badlands, so we got that. And then we got these shirts where it says Love from Phoenix, Badlands. And this was the special VIP shirt, so every shirt is the same, it just changes the city. So for example, if you were in Orlando, it said Orlando. If you're going to San Francisco, it'll say Love from San Francisco, and so on. So that is the merch that I got for being VIP. And then I bought two things, just bought merch. I got this Badlands Final Installment poster. Just this Badlands Final Installment. Has all the dates, and then on the bottom just has like this like mountain picture and a little rose. And then right here it says, "The last testament to the worldwide Badlands experience. This is a keepsake for the ones who survived the Badlands. A live showcase by Halsey. Welcome to the final installment." So I got that, and then the last thing that I got is this hat. On the front it says, "I've never heard of Halsey." Like I said, I've been to a lot of concerts, and so I'm trying to start buying merch that's not t-shirts. Like, I have so many t-shirts. If you look in my closet, there's probably like a section like that's like this thick that's just t-shirts from concerts. And so I'm trying to buy things that aren't t-shirts. That is my merch from the Badlands Final Installment tour. That is also my review and my experience. It was amazing. She was so nice to me. She was so cute. Our picture was cute. The Q&A was awesome. She's so animated, and she's just like, she's very much like, because Halsey and I are the same age, so it was nice to meet her and see that she is just a normal 21-year-old girl, because sometimes you put these celebrities up on a pedestal and you're afraid to meet them and everything, but she was very, very nice. So yeah, if you have any questions about my experience, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I will also leave my social media in the description, so if you want to talk about it on Twitter or Snapchat me or Instagram. I also posted some videos on Instagram from the concert, so you can go check those out, and I also posted some of them on my Twitter, so you can go check those out. They will be in the description below. I will also leave the link to my gasoline video again in the description, so that you guys can go check that out if you want to. But that's going to be the end of this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe if you want to see more concert videos, and let me know of any ideas of videos you want me to make in the comments below. I want to make what you guys want to watch. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video, so I will see you next week. Bye!